Hi guys, I'm Cash with CashedOutCars, and over about the past week I've been driving this MK6 GTI quite a bit, and it's different than my car because my car has a standard and this has the DSG transmission. And there are actually quite a few things that I've been enjoying a lot about this DSG, and in this video I'm going to talk about them and give you 5 reasons that the DSG is actually better than a standard transmission. Let's get started. One reason that a DSG could be considered better than a standard is 0 to 60 time and just straight line acceleration. Now, the reason a DSG is better here is that it allows you to put more power to the ground in a shorter amount of time because there's less time between shifts. Now, in a car with a standard transmission, every time you go to shift and put the clutch in, you can't be putting power to the ground and accelerating, and the DSG really shifts so fast that it reduces that amount of time and gives you better 0 to 60 acceleration and just better acceleration in general. And quantitatively, it's not a whole lot, especially in a car like this, but in a car like this, it reduces 0 to 60 time by about 0.1 to 0.2 seconds, so just a couple of tenths, but really it's a decent amount, and on track you'll put down better times with the DSG. Continuing on the subject of track times, my second reason why the DSG could be considered better than a standard is ease of use at the limit. Now, when you're driving on track, you have to upshift and downshift, obviously. And when you downshift into turns in a standard transmission, if you don't rev match properly, there's a risk of tires locking up and you losing control. And in the DSG, when you downshift, it rev matches for you. Now, this means the driver will have to be less of an expert driver to put down good times, but it also means that less of an expert driver could put down those good times. So for that reason, track times is another benefit of the DSG. Number 3 on my list is that when you have a DSG transmission, you don't have to think about shifting so much in traffic. Now, this isn't a big deal if you don't mind shifting in traffic, or if you live in an area where there's a lot of back roads and you're never really in stop and go traffic. But the DSG is definitely nice in traffic because you don't have to think about shifting every time you want to start and stop, and you really don't have to worry about stalling in traffic, and that's just kind of nice sometimes. Number 4 on the list is modifications, and the DSG, especially in these MK6 GTIs, is supposed to handle power better than a standard transmission. Now, the reason for this is the clutches in the standard transmissions are supposed to handle a little bit less power before you have to upgrade them to put down the power so they don't slip when compared to the DSG. Now, I haven't personally done this in a car, so I can't really confirm that, but poking around on forums, a lot of people seem to have that opinion. My 5th and final reason why the DSG could be considered better than the standard is the paddle shifters. Now, if you've driven a car that's a standard transmission with a normal clutch and H-pattern shifter, the paddle shifters are definitely kind of strange to get used to, but once you get going with them, I do think they're a really cool option. Now, when you're driving along with the paddle shifters, even if you're in normal drive mode in one of these MK6 GTIs, you can just click the paddle and it'll shift for you. So right now, I'm downshifting and I'm down to 3rd gear, all with the click of a button. Now, this sounds kind of silly, it does seem like you're not really shifting, but once you get going with it, you can put your foot down and just paddle shift through the gears. Shifts pretty much instantly, and it's a ton of fun. So all in all, I'm not saying that the DSG is better than the standard, but I am saying that there are reasons to consider it over a standard transmission, even if you're a hardcore car guy that has driven standard transmissions pretty much your whole life. So with that said, throw down in the comments if you have anything to add about why you would or would not buy a DSG when compared to a standard. And like this video if you like it, and subscribe for more. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.